Hey everyone, and welcome back. Have you ever felt like you're doing all the right things? Eating what you think is healthy, trying to stay active, but you still don't have the energy you used to? Maybe you feel a little more inflamed, or your memory isn't as sharp. It's easy to feel like this is just a normal part of getting older, but what if some of the foods we've been told are good for us are actually working against us? I'm not talking about some fad diet or quick fix. I'm talking about a simple shift in how we think about food. Today, we're going to dive into the work of Dr. Mindy Pels, a leading expert in functional health who has spent years helping people understand the link between what they eat and how they age. Her message is clear. True longevity isn't just about living a long time, it's about living with energy, clarity, and vitality. It's about feeling great in the body you're in, whether you're 50, 60, 70, or beyond. We're going to look at 7 foods that many of us consume every day thinking they're helping us, when in reality, they might be causing some silent damage. But don't worry, this isn't a lecture. It's a conversation among friends. And for every food we discuss, I'll give you simple, easy-to-follow alternatives so you can feel empowered to make better choices. Ready? Let's get started. Number 1. The sugar sneak attack. Refined sugars, diet soda, and juices. The first one probably won't surprise you, but the way it's hidden might. I'm talking about sugar, specifically the refined sugars and flours that are everywhere. We know a donut isn't a health food, right? But what about the foods that seem a little more innocent? Dr. Pels explains that these man-made carbs are a big problem because they make our blood sugar spike and crash. Imagine your body as a car. Refined sugar is like putting cheap, low-grade fuel in the tank. You get a quick burst of speed, but then you sputter and stall out. The continuous up and down of this metabolic roller coaster can lead to insulin resistance, which is a key marker for accelerated aging and disease. This is also where the hidden offenders come in. First, let's talk about diet soda. Many of us drink it thinking we're making a healthier choice because it has 0 calories. But Dr. Pels says that the artificial sweeteners in diet sodas like NutraSweet can actually be an obesogen, a chemical that tricks your body. It can make you more insulin resistant and, surprisingly, even spike your hunger hormone ghrelin. This can lead you to feeling hungrier and eating more later. It's a vicious cycle that just isn't worth it. And what about juice? We've all been told a glass of orange juice is a great way to get our vitamin C. But when you juice a piece of fruit, you're stripping away all the fiber that helps regulate how your body absorbs the sugar. Dr. Pell says a glass of orange juice is essentially a cup of sugar. It sends your blood sugar skyrocketing and puts you on that metabolic roller coaster all day long. So what's the simple swap? Instead of juice, eat the whole fruit. The fiber keeps your blood sugar stable. Instead of a diet soda, try sparkling water with a squeeze of lemon or a few berries. For refined flours, look for whole grain alternatives. And remember to think about what comes from the ground versus what comes from a factory. Number 2, your daily bread, the problem with modern wheat. For many of us, bread has been a daily staple our entire lives. But Dr. Pell says that modern wheat, especially here in America, is not the same wheat our grandparents ate. She points to 2 key problems with this new hybrid of wheat. First, a toxin called Bt toxin is a natural pesticide built into the wheat itself to kill insects. Unfortunately, it also harms the microbes in our gut. Second, a lot of conventional wheat is heavily sprayed with glyphosate, an herbicide that also decimates our healthy gut bacteria. Now you might be thinking, what's the big deal with a few gut microbes? Well, Dr. Pell says our gut microbiome is incredibly important. It's tied to our immune system, our mental clarity, and our ability to regulate blood sugar. When our gut is damaged, we can experience a whole host of problems, from brain fog to inflammation. Dr. Pels also points out that a study in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who ate wheat bread ingested an average of 400 more calories per day. This is likely because the gluten in wheat can be an appetite stimulant. The good news is you don't have to give up bread entirely. Look for breads made from ancient grains like einkorn or spelt, or choose sourdough, which uses a fermentation process that can make it easier to digest. The key is to find alternatives that support rather than decimate your gut health. Number 3, the surprising truth about vegetables. Okay, this one might surprise you. Dr. Pels says that even though vegetables are a cornerstone of a healthy diet, we need to be a little more selective. She points to 2 common mistakes we make: eating dead food. A lot of conventionally grown produce, like your standard iceberg lettuce or russet potatoes, are what she calls dead food. The soil they're grown in is so depleted of nutrients that the vegetables themselves offer very little nutritional value. So while a salad of iceberg lettuce may seem healthy, it's really just taking up space in your stomach without giving your body the vitamins and minerals it needs. And eating a monoculture. This is a big one. Have you ever found yourself eating the same few vegetables over and over again? Maybe you're a creature of habit with your carrot sticks and celery stalks. Dr. Pels says that this monoculture of eating the same few things, even if they're technically vegetables, can lead to a less diverse and less healthy gut microbiome. So what's the solution? First, focus on variety. Try to eat the colors of the rainbow. Pick up a red pepper, a yellow squash, or a dark leafy green you've never tried. Second, seek out vegetables from regenerative farms or your local farmer's market. These farms prioritize soil health, which means the vegetables are more nutrient dense. And finally, when it comes to potatoes, she's a huge fan of sweet potatoes and a variety of colorful potatoes because they contain resistant starch, a type of fiber that feeds your gut microbes. Just remember to mix it up. Number 4, avoiding bad oils. This is a super important one. Our cells are literally made of fat, and the quality of the fats we eat directly affects our cellular health. Dr. Pels says that many of the oils we commonly use in cooking and find in processed foods are causing silent damage. She calls them bad oils, and the list includes canola oil, vegetable oil, soybean oil, cottonseed oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, and safflower oil. These are often highly processed and can cause cellular inflammation, which is a major contributor to aging and disease. They also make you more insulin resistant. So, what are the good oils to use instead? Dr. Pels recommends embracing healthy fats like olive oil, avocado oil, ghee, MCT oil. These are fats that support rather than harm your body. Just be sure to use them correctly. Olive oil, for example, is best for low-heat cooking or as a finishing oil, while avocado oil has a higher smoke point for hotter cooking. Number 5, fish and conventionally grown fruit. Here's another twofer, and these might surprise you. Dr. Pels, who used to love tuna, has stopped eating it because of concerns about heavy metals. She explains that due to ocean pollution, many fish, especially larger ones like tuna, are now high in things like mercury. It's a sad reality, but it's important to be aware of. The Monterey Bay Aquarium website has a great list of which fish are least and most toxic. And what about fruit? She says the old saying, "an apple a day keeps the doctor away," isn't as true as it used to be. Why? Because of genetic modification and conventional farming practices, much of the fruit we find in the supermarket is now what she calls dead food, just like the iceberg lettuce we talked about. It's often lacking in the vitamins and minerals it used to have. So what's the solution? For fish, look for smaller fish that are lower on the food chain, which tend to have fewer heavy metals. And for fruit, Dr. Pels suggests buying from a regenerative farm or a local farmer's market where the fruit is grown in nutrient-rich soil. It might cost a little more, but you're getting a lot more nutritional bang for your buck.
The 2-part undo button. Okay, so we've talked about a lot of things to avoid, and it can feel a little overwhelming. But here's the hopeful part. You can actually start to undo some of the damage. Dr. Pels talks about 2 simple but powerful things you can do to bring down oxidative stress and help your body heal. Intermittent fasting. This is simply having a specific eating window each day. It's not about starving yourself. It's about giving your body a longer break from digestion so it can focus on repairing and cleaning your cells. It's a powerful tool to help with stable blood sugar and weight management. This is definitely something to talk to your doctor about, but for many people, it's a game changer. Exercise, something as simple as regular exercise, especially high-intensity exercise, can help bring down oxidative stress and reverse some of the cellular damage. But remember, as we learned from Ernie Hudson's story, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, just consistent movement that you enjoy. So don't feel discouraged by the list of foods to avoid. Instead, feel empowered. You have the power to make these small shifts and start feeling better today. So there you have it, a new way of thinking about food that's less about dieting and more about supporting your body for a vibrant, energetic life. It's not about being perfect, it's about making conscious choices. What's one simple swap you can make this week? Maybe you'll try a green juice instead of orange juice, or you'll swap your cooking oil for a healthier alternative. The small steps add up to big results. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Your support helps us create more content like this, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next video. If you know a friend or family member who needs to hear this message of hope and health, please share it with them. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.